ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
The next phase of construction for the Brewer River Walk will begin early next week. We have all the details. Good afternoon, I'm Joe Cortez. Plus, the iconic Bangor State Fair has made a triumphant return. We'll check out what's buzzing around the Cross Insurance Center. And a Castle Hill man accused of double murder was back in court Thursday. There's some more local news right now. Let's start things off with the first check of our forecast. Meteorologist Devin Biggs joins us with the latest.
Hey Joe, happy Friday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks. Across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Dense fog advisories were up earlier this morning. They were dropped at around 9 o'clock. And now the focus is actually to our south and west, where some areas are under some dense fog advisories, air quality alerts, I should say, and also heat advisories up. And these will both get dropped as we head towards the evening period, too, between these air quality warnings and the heat advisories, too. But for us, though, our focus is on precipitation that will be moving in from the west to the east throughout the daytime today, as we're watching some lighting further down toward the coast from earlier this morning as our next cold front begins to move in from the west to the east, with scattered showers and thunderstorms that will be possible this afternoon. No, nothing severe, but heavy downpours cannot be ruled out with some of these storms, and we do need the rain. The latest drought monitor is showing things have gotten a little bit worse, so I have to keep an eye on that too. But that's what you saw with Futurecast. We're watching over chances for scattered showers and storms, but the clouds will hold on as we head towards the overnight period tonight. And a little bit of a wind too, mainly out of the north in general at about 5 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts up to 10 miles per hour. We'll keep the winds calm as we head towards your Saturday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms today, highs in the upper 80s, and northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 60s, becoming mostly cloudy, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. Hourly forecast moving forward, though, clouds and thunderstorms possible during the afternoon period. Temperatures in the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe?
Thanks, Devin. First up, a fire in Baileyville broke out last night around midnight, taking the life of a 67-year-old man. According to Shannon Moss of the Maine State Police, Baileyville's fire department responded to a fire at 24 Summit Street. Firefighters discovered the body of an adult inside the home. Investigators from the fire marshal's office were contacted and began an investigation. The deceased is believed to be 67-year-old Craig Thompson, according to the release. The body has been transported to the office of the chief medical examiner in Augusta. An autopsy is expected to take place and confirm the identity and cause of death. Authorities are still investigating, but there is no indication of foul play at this time. Governor Mills is voicing strong opposition to Versant Power's plan to request an electricity rate increase. In a notice filed with the Public Utilities Commission, the company said it intends to request a rate increase of 9% starting in 2023. That's about $10.50 in a monthly increase, or $126 over a year for the average residential ratepayer. In a statement, the governor vowed to fight the company's request, saying in part, quote, with high prices expected to continue into the coming year, which is almost entirely the result of New England's dependence on expensive imported natural gas, I do not believe now is the appropriate time for our utilities to seek further rate increases. I ask Versant to not file this request, but if they do, I will direct my energy office to intervene in opposition and call on the Maine Public Utilities Commission to reject the request, end quote. Versant's notice follows a similar filing earlier this year in which Central Maine Power also announced they're seeking a 9% rate increase in 2023, a move Governor Mills has already opposed. The Maine office of the Public Advocate also released a statement yesterday expressing doubt that the rate increase is warranted. A Castle Hill man accused of a double murder was back in court Thursday. A.J. Douglas talked to the lead defense attorney to learn more.
The bodies of 25-year-old Alan Curtis and 51-year-old Roger Ellis were found in a truck on Route 227 in Castle Hill on August 13th. A week later, Bobby Nightingale was charged with their murders. Nightingale is also charged with robbery and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. Lead defense attorney Vern Parody claims Nightingale is innocent and alleges that there are other suspects in the case.
There are at least 3 to 5 other potential suspects that had motives for the killings. In my opinion, is he was an easy target for the state, and they just disregarded the other significant evidence that other people were involved.
The defense also asked Justice Nelson to dismiss all charges due to the state allegedly listening to calls between Nightingale and co-counsel John Tebbetts. Parody says the detective failed to identify which 2 of the 80 recorded calls had been monitored.
The detective filed an affidavit saying that he didn't record and did not write down which calls he listened to or heard parts of, didn't remember what he might have heard or how much of any call, but that he only reported it to the Attorney General's office when he read a news article.
The prosecution argued to allow additional phone calls and Facebook posts from Nightingale to be used as evidence in the upcoming trial. The defense is not disputing the introduction of this evidence. Jury selections begin August 10th. A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Hampden Town Council is proposing a community center to be built on the town-owned land near the Laura Hoyt Pool. Now, while nothing has been finalized yet, this proposal has been in the works for the past 8 years, with more planning being done in the past 2.5 years regarding a location for the building. The community center would include a gym with basketball courts, an elevated walking track, and a kitchen with a banquet area. Hampden Economic Development Director Amy Ryder says the proposed community center would serve many purposes.
It would be a town-owned facility that would be utilized by the entire community, from children to seniors. It could be a rental space for banquets. There'll be a full kitchen. We could rent or use the space for our basketball teams or basketball tournaments. Lots of opportunities.
Besides the location next to the pool, the town is also considering a vacant property near Hampden Academy. The State Housing Authority recently granted funding to a local community action agency to help with Maine's growing homelessness problems. Dylan Holloway has the details.
Penquist recently announced that the nonprofit organization has received a $4.25 million grant from the Maine State Housing Authority. The grant will be used to renovate an existing hotel in Bangor and convert it into permanent housing for homeless individuals.
Homelessness in Bangor has skyrocketed over the last couple of years, and in direct response to that, we've been working with local partners to try to find a solution.
Housing Development Director Jason Bird says the project is one of 3 selected by Maine Housing to receive funds from the American Rescue Plan Act, with the goal of increasing housing for individuals and families experiencing homelessness.
We've been working for a little while to try to find a perfect location. We've got that, and through funding with Maine Housing, we'll be able to purchase the building, renovate it, and within a few months, we hope to be able to open the doors and let people call it home.
Bird says the project will create 36 new units of housing consisting of 18 efficiency and 18 one-bedroom apartments. He says there will also be project-based vouchers that will cover the majority of tenants' monthly rent, as well as on-site services to aid with recovery and stability.
That's really good news because there's an affordable housing crisis going on in the city. We have our beds mostly filled, the other shelters do, and we still have probably over 100, close to 200 people who are sleeping outside right now.
The housing unit will be named Teresa Bray Knowles Place. Knowles, who passed away just under a year ago, is described by Bird as having been a local healthcare leader.
She worked at PCHC most recently, but she was a community leader when it came to COVID response and a variety of other impactful public health initiatives, and she was just a force to be reckoned with.
Bird says the location of the hotel will be announced sometime in the next few weeks. Reporting from Bangor, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, hear from a local farmer working to spread awareness about the medical impacts for those exposed to PFAS chemicals.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Harris's Harborside Takeout, located on the waterfront at the Harbor Park and Marina in Ellsworth, offers hot dogs, hamburgers, lobster rolls, sandwiches, and wraps. Top off your meal with a delicious scoop of Giffords ice cream. Harris's Harborside Takeout, 413 Water Street, Ellsworth.
When Ryan White of Hartley's in Newport wants to know his weather, he logs on to foxbangor.com. Ryan has been with Hartley's for 3 years, and he looks to make your buying experience fast, fun, and easy, and with multiple repeat customers, it's fair to say you won't be disappointed.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Skowhegan, is sponsored by Goldbrook Mitsubishi, a car dealership like no other, offering new and used Mitsubishi vehicles, also selling and servicing many other different makes and models. Merrill Hyde, Fortier, and Yowney, attorneys at law, representing Maine for more than 100 years. 95 Water Street, Skowhegan. Key Appliance and Computer Improvements, located directly beside each other at 101 Water Street in Skowhegan. We look forward to providing you the very best. ABC 7, Fox 22, Tossie's Checkout and Convenience Store, and Marilyn Monroe Spas want to send you to see Pitbull live in concert on his Can't Stop Us Now summer tour with special guest Iggy Azalea Thursday, August 11th at the Main Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Tossie's Checkout and Convenience Store in Glenburn. Stop by and check us out. And Marilyn Monroe Spas in the Broadway Shopping Plaza, Bangor. Win tickets to see Pitbull August 11th on the Bangor waterfront.
You paid the 2 months' rent to leave early.
A broken lease leaves roommates battling.
When did you move out of the apartment?
I didn't move out. I'm still there.
You're still there?
Yes.
She hasn't paid rent in 5 months. That's $3,000.
But the stingy tenant won't budge.
So you last paid rent in May, so you're a squatter.
Mm-hmm.
Has the landlord moved to evict you?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Next, Judge Judy.
Friday at 5, only on ABC 7.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
Welcome back. Wednesday, we talked to a Unity farmer working to spread awareness about the medical impacts for those exposed to PFAS chemicals. Adam Nordell, co-owner of Songbird Farm, discovered his farmlands and waters tested positive for PFAS or forever chemicals back in December. A month later, he was notified by doctors that he and his wife also tested positive for these same chemicals. The Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry works closely with farmers navigating through these types of issues by performing testing and taking samples at no cost. The DACF also offers wage replacement, which Nordell was approved for but had not yet received. Following our story, Bureau Director of Agriculture, Food, and Rural Resources, Nancy McBrady, reached out to Nordell and both confirmed he had not received the funds due to a technical error. The confusion has now been resolved, and we are told help is on the way. For more information on this story and PFAS contamination in Maine, visit our website. The Maine Department of Transportation is going to begin working on the next phase of construction for the Brewer River Walk early next week. Devin Dagnall has the story.
Starting August 8th, parts of the South Main Street and Route 15 will be closed as the Maine Department of Transportation resumes renovations of the Brewer River Walk. Maine DOT spokesperson Damian Veyu says the project will add several improvements to the existing trail.
Otherwise, it's going to be adding about 1,000 feet, 900 to 1,000 feet of trail, 4 benches, 25 light posts, Wi-Fi, security cameras, trash receptacles.
This project has been underway since 2000 when the city invested $4 million to stabilize the shore of the Penobscot River after finding out the Riverwalk was deteriorating due to erosion. Deputy Director of Economic Development Renee Doble spoke about the changes that have happened since.
They started with the first phase that went from Masons down to the high tide area. And then the second phase, which was completed in 2019, went from high tide up to Center Street. Last fall, we added the fitness gym that's down in Veterans Park.
Veyu says these improvements will encourage more people to enjoy the Riverwalk.
Greenways like this really do contribute to healthier populations in more livable cities. And studies have kind of shown that if areas like this don't have amenities, then people don't use them.
The project is expected to wrap up on September 20th. In the meantime, Veyu says everyone should drive safely in this area.
Just travel with caution, slow down through the work zone, especially where the shoulder's closed. It's going to leave some areas where pedestrians and bicyclists are going to be traveling, and it will just be a little bit unsafe.
Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
After the break, Dover Foxcroft is celebrating its 100th anniversary. We'll take a look when we return in 90 seconds.
Ace Roofing, proudly serving the Central Maine area. Book now before snowy weather. Call 207-949-6694 for superior quality, service, and workmanship. Ace Roofing.
From a humble horse and buggy beginning over 100 years ago to a fleet of modern deluxe motor coaches today, Sear North Star Tours wants to take you places. In Maine, throughout the United States, and abroad, we offer tours and day trips to suit everyone's interests and passions. Cherry blossoms in the spring, Prince Edward Island in the summer, trips to the city, trips to the shore, culture, history, music, and more. Sear North Star Tours. Where can we take you?
Whether you're hurt by a box truck or by any commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money. If you've been hurt by any commercial truck, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial truck? Come out on top. Call the Twos.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Skowhegan, is sponsored by R&B's Home Source, Madison, with name brand appliances, furniture, and bedding for every room in your home, camp, or cottage. Shelley's Toy Box on 66 Water Street, Skowhegan, has all of your kids' playthings. Shop local, Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 4. The Bankery and Skowhegan Floriste is an artisan bakery, cake shop, and florist. We invite you in to treat yourself to a bite to eat and flowers for a smile.
This week on Wheel, our players have their hands full with amazing trips.
Oh, we're already having fun?
Incredible prizes, and a whole lot of cash. And Pat has his hands full with...
Yeah! Woo! Woo!
Heidi.
Oh my God, that is amazing!
Be part of the excitement.
Did you have any coffee before you got at it?
This week on Wheel.
I'm pooped.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
This week on Jeopardy!
This is one of our closer games.
Relive some of the best moments from this season.
How much would you like to wager?
10,400.
With Tournament of Champions qualifiers Matt Amodio, Jonathan Fisher, and Tyler Rode competing in their original appearances.
You are our new Jeopardy champion. Congratulations.
And two great players who earned their spot in the first ever Second Chance competition this week.
All this week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
Dover Foxcroft will celebrate a special homecoming as this weekend marks the 100th year since becoming a town. The town will celebrate by hosting an including a vendor fair, a historic bus ride, a beach party, and much more. The town's homecoming weekend will have a parade theme celebrating 100 years of history, highlighting floats portraying significant times or events linked to the town.
You know, we have been a town. The towns have come together as Dover and Foxcroft, and it's been 100 years. And a lot has happened over that 100-year period. So we thought it would be really neat if as the floats were going by, we could kind of have a picture of various points in history that took place. And
anyone interested in learning more about the scheduled events, you can visit piscataquischamber.com. The Bangor State Fair is back in full swing. Matthew Geronzik has the details.
People on rides, the sound of people playing games, the smell of fair food in the air. The Bangor State Fair is on full display, with excited kids and adults lining up at Cross Insurance Center. The festivities attract people from all over, looking for a true fair experience.
I like it. I don't go to a lot of state fairs, so this is real fun.
The doors to the carnival open Thursday at 2 p.m., kicking off a long weekend of fun. Among the many features the fair has to offer, Maddie Jenkins comes for the camaraderie it has to offer.
Just like the fun and hanging out with friends.
Founded in 1849, the Bangor State Fair usually attracts between 40 to 50,000 people a year.
Well, you can make a lot of friends here, and people are nice, and we're in Bangor, so they don't have a lot of stuff like this, so it means like.
The fair features an assortment of rides and foods that participants have the opportunity to try, including the famous Pharaoh's Fury and fried dough. It also features a variety of carnival games like balloon darts, bushel basket, and cork gun gallery. Connecticut native Henry Katz says he is impressed with all the fair has to offer.
I mean, it means a lot, honestly. Getting to see the main experience here, it's a great culture, and it means a lot to me.
And
as you can see, it is packed behind me, and it's going to be like this until Sunday, with tickets ranging from $5 to $7 in the well-known Demolition Derby happening on Saturday. Reporting from Bangor, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Now to the emotional moment as Brittany Griner's team gathered hours after the WNBA star was sentenced to years in a Russian prison camp. Her coach saying she's amazed by Griner's strength. ABC's Christine Sloan has more.
Last night, Brittany Griner's Phoenix Mercury teammates and opposing players held 42 seconds of silence before their game to show support for the basketball star sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison camp.
We're inspired every day by BG's strength.
42, the number of Griner's jersey. Griner's coach emotional after the game.
It was really tough to see BG today and to hear her words. A really emotional day for our whole team.
In a Russian courtroom yesterday, Griner took responsibility for illegally bringing vape cartridges with cannabis oil into Russia in February. But she insisted it was not intentional.
I made an honest mistake, and I hope that in your ruling that it doesn't end my life here.
Griner then choking up, apologizing to her family and teammates. Her attorney argued Griner had no criminal intent. The judge still finding the 31-year-old guilty of drug smuggling. President Biden calling the sentence unacceptable, saying it's one more reminder of what the world already knew. Russia is wrongfully detaining Brittany. The White House refusing to say whether Russia, with the harsh sentence, is using Griner as a political pawn.
Wrongfully detained, need to come home. There's a deal on the table. Let's make the deal. Let's get him home.
Sources say the Biden administration is urging Russia to accept its proposal to bring Griner and former Marine Paul Whelan home in exchange for Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout.
A heart attack can be a harrowing experience. Survival after a heart attack is improving, but there are still risks of complications down the road. Now, health experts are investigating long-term survival stats in heart attack survivors. With more, here's ABC's Ike Ajachi.
Researchers from Yale University looked at survival and hospitalization rates in almost 4 million Americans who had heart attacks over a 25-year period. By 10 years from first heart attack, they found that almost 3/4 of patients had died, and almost 1/3 had another admission for heart attack. However, over the 25-year period, both of these rates steadily declined, thanks to advances in medicine. While we have better treatments for heart disease today than we did before, experts say preventing the first heart attack is paramount. Talk to your doctor about how you can reduce your risk for heart attack. Lifestyle changes like incorporating exercise or eating a healthful diet may be just some of the steps you can take. With this Medical Minute, I'm Ike Ajachi.
And when we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast. We'll be right back.
Hey, Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you can have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Skowhegan, is sponsored by Comfort Shoes and More in Newport. Come in today and get professionally fitted so your feet will be pain-free again. Central Maine Pyrotechnics, professional fireworks displays, bringing the best showmanship anywhere for all kinds of special events. And Remax at Home in downtown Skowhegan, here to make the home buying process as easy as possible. Remax, don't worry, we've done this a million times.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations. 32 Old State Road in Carmel, and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hank's Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
Another bird usually found in places like Russia and Japan is making their rounds on Maine's coast. A tufted puffin, typically found in the northern part of the Pacific Ocean, has been seen at least twice in Maine so far this summer. In Maine, we typically see Atlantic puffins. This tufted puffin is seen around nesting colonies for the Atlantic puffin, but is different. Tufted puffins have massive orange bills with tufts coming off the back of their heads and black bellies, whereabouts the Atlantic puffin only has a white belly. Maine Audubon says the rare puffin is likely thousands of miles away from its natural habitat because of melting in the Arctic.
And the speculation is that it's probably with the Arctic ice melting that there's this northwest passage opening up that's allowing birds to essentially cross oceans. And there's some other examples of it, of like northern gannet is one of our large seabirds that nests in the North Atlantic. In the last few years, they've been showing up in the Pacific Ocean, being seen off the coast of California.
Now, as for invasiveness, he says it would take quite a few of them to establish a population, but if it were to happen, it could create a problem if they were to outcompete Maine's native species. And here's your full look at your forecast with Devin Biggs.
Happy Friday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, we did have dense fog advisories up earlier this morning. They were dropped at 9 o'clock, and now the focus, though, is farther down toward the south and west, where some areas are going to be very warm, with air quality alerts and heat advisories that are in effect, and both of these here will be getting dropped later on tonight, though, as things start to improve a little bit. But back at home for us, so we're watching showers and thunderstorms that have been developing. We've been watching a decent amount of lighting along the coast, so we'll keep an eye on that throughout the rest of the afternoon period with scattered showers and thunderstorms there. Along this cold front here, here's that front right here that'll be moving off towards the east. Then we'll have to watch for some warmer temperatures before things start to improve as we do head towards next week. Water temperatures, if you're looking to beat the heat, very nice right now in the 60s, so definitely cool out there, but not very nice in the air temperature department. Our average high is 81 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 80s today and tomorrow, middle 90s, ouch, as we head towards Sunday. Then back in the upper 70s to lower 80s Monday all the way through Thursday of next week, so not too far away from our average high. But again, muggy mirror showing dew points that will be up, reaching for the 70s in some cases, though, but falling back as we head towards Monday, becoming more comfortable, especially as we head towards Tuesday and Wednesday as well. The next forecast for today is down a little bit. It's at a 7. Still high, burn time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Moving forward, scattered showers and thunderstorms will be on the way today. They will start to back off later on tonight, but the clouds will be holding on as well as our next system continues to stick around. But by tomorrow, though, a lot of sunshine on the way, maybe a few passing clouds and sun spots. We should stay dry for most of us, but it looks like more fog on the way as we get towards Saturday night and parts of Sunday. Here's the latest drought monitor, and not very good news at all. Most of Bangor remaining in moderate drought, but more severe drought further down toward the south and west here near Belfast, areas to the south and west. So unfortunately, things continuing to get worse here with regards to the drought monitor across a good part of the state. So your forecast for today is hopefully some beneficial rain, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s and northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 60s, becoming mostly cloudy, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. We're partly cloudy on Saturday. Highs in the upper 80s, remaining hot as well. Middle 90s on Sunday with a small chance for storms. Otherwise, we're partly cloudy with a chance for rain then as we head towards Monday. Highs in the upper 70s, then lower 80s by Tuesday with a chance for storms.
That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. I'm Joe Cortez. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Peter Dubois and Beth Jones take a road trip to Skowhegan. Have a wonderful Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe, be well, and most importantly, get out in that sunshine. I've heard vitamin D can be good for your mood. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.